How y'all doing? It's been a while. A few days at least. Maybe a week. Yeah, just back from a nice vacation. Back to my current place of residence for now. And I have to say, it was very relaxing. Even though I had my little man with me who kept me busy because he was busy. But there was a lot learned on vacation about perspective, budgeting, and you get to see, other ways of living. Make you evaluate and, be motivated to do more and live better. What I will say is, as far as the cultural blending that was going on, there was a lot of all different type of races, cultures, and ethnic backgrounds. And I think a lot of people really judge us based on the perception that is portrayed on social media, television, and all that. So they think a lot of us are probably ratchet or gangster or ignorant based on what's on social media, the way the culture is represented. Because people don't get to see hands-on urban communities or, the black community in person. So they only see what the news portrayed, media, social media, people, music. And they actually think that's everyone. Not knowing they're civilized people of all races, all colors, things like that. I just feel like it's sad that, because you can see the way people look or respond to other individuals and just assume automatically that they're a certain type of way. But, that's a bigger issue amongst ourselves, because we gotta do more and do better to show the other side, because the negative perspective and the way our culture is being displayed negatively is not going to slow down anytime soon. But we need to do more to portray, and not portray, but to expose that everyone that's, from the urban communities isn't actually ghetto or ratchet or gangsters or criminals or ignorant for the most part. We need to do more to expose the sophisticated side, the educated side, the people that have some sense, the people who was raised with some morals and principles, people that's really into religion and stand by it, things like that. We need to do more of that. That was just that part of it, because, you can see the cultural difference being portrayed. And another thing that I see is these, like when you go away, you have to understand that I'm not saying you have to be balling to go away, but for one, it has to be in your budget. It has to be in your budget. That means you shouldn't be going into further debt in order to go away. That's like paying to have a good dream, knowing when you wake up that costs you and you don't really have it. I know experiences are priceless, but the stress and the things you have to go through when it's over, or you come back from these experiences and you're in the hole, or you have a whole bunch of bills waiting for you and priorities, I think that's something that you should plan ahead, And, some trips aren't that expensive. So you could just budget, save, plan for that. That way when you go, you come back, and even if you live check to check, it's normal check to check, not I'm playing catch up and I'm already living check to check. Because now you're behind. And being behind a couple weeks when you live in check to check, or being behind a couple checks when you live check to check, you know how hard that could be for the average person to come out of when you only have one income. So as far as that's concerned, I think budgeting is very important prior to the trip. And on top of that, wherever you go, especially like I went on a cruise, and I noticed their objective is, first of all, the cruise is, there's so many all-inclusive packages, but they try to sell you stuff the whole trip. There's always something to buy. There's always something extra to purchase, you know, and people really go for that. Now, like I said, there's people that go on these cruises and money is not a thing. They're not worried about funds or anything like that. Or they might have even been there and experienced the expenses of the trip, the extra stuff, and they budgeted for that. And again, as long as you budgeted for it and you come back living the way you was when you left and not behind, that's fine. I just believe a lot of people go and they just, because they might have a little extra, or they see things, they think they gotta get it because, or gotta do it because they there. But the point of it was you was going to be there, and you there. That should be good enough. So yeah, I just see that, like, you know, I'm definitely to each his own, but I just wish, you know, we kept that in mind. And the biggest part is you just see, you know, beautiful. Most people go away to islands. You get to see the beautiful side of the world. And believe it or not, of course, there's poverty in these places that we don't see. I heard people say, oh, we went on trips and they took us to the hood or where it's poor at, which I don't see the significance in that. Like, I wouldn't want to go to an island to see how the poor people live, because it'll make me feel some type of way about the resort. Like, it would. So I would just go to a place and enjoy the beauty of it. Definitely the culture. Like, if they go to a local market, I'd support the local market because that's how they make their money. But I'm not gonna say, oh, you guys, you know, you sell food here. How do you live? Let's go to your home and see how you live. I wouldn't want to do that because it'll definitely make me feel, you know, some sympathy for them. But yeah, the trip overall was beautiful. I enjoyed it. I didn't get as much rest as I thought, but seeing my son have a great time, it was worth every penny. Yeah, I didn't go crazy spending extra money. I spent I actually spent a little less than I expected. So, and this is after the paying for the all-inclusive and balcony room. It was cool, and I definitely do it again with more of my children, because I think the cruises are kind of the best type of vacation for your buck, because you stop on different places. You got everything on the ship. And like I said, if you want to get extra, it's possible, but not necessary. You don't need to do extras to say, oh, I had a good time. That just means you're never satisfied, because the point of the cruise is to enjoy what's on the cruise. They have plenty of activities that come with the cruise. Food, like, I'm gonna have to fast for like 2 days, man. If I tell y'all what I was eating, you wouldn't understand. So yeah, overall, it's a beautiful thing. I'm looking forward to my next vacation. And just keep in mind, if you ever taking a vacation, to budget and plan for it in advance. And when you do go, don't let anything tempt you to go out of budget. And always make sure you represent the culture, your people, the best way you can, because a lot of people don't see our culture in person often. So when you get a chance to represent our culture, represent in the best way possible. And this doesn't mean bow down, kiss nobody's butt, or think anyone is superior. We should feel just as superior as everyone else, but we should carry ourselves with some class, morals, and principles. With that, I'm gone.